There are three main principles that define who I am: enjoying life, consistency, and diversity. Among these, enjoying life is what I value the most. We all know that life isn't always enjoyable, but I personally think that it's important to have an optimistic mindset to not only accept the negative situations that come our way, but to navigate through them too. That's not to say that I'm completely optimistic all the time, but if I can be positive, I try to be, because I don't really see a point to being negative. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. Rather than seeing what's missing or lacking in a particular situation, I like to think of what I already have. Of course, there are always things that can make something better. Maybe whipped cream on top of ice cream if that's your thing. But even without it, you still have ice cream. Does that mean you should force yourself to be positive all the time? Definitely not. If anything, I think it will backfire on you. But it is helpful to reframe your mindset to view things more positively on a daily basis, and a great healthy habit to build. Another core value of mine is consistency. When you consistently dedicate your time, effort, and commitment to something, it can help you get that much closer to whatever it is you want to achieve in life. You know the phrase, practice makes perfect? I think of consistency as practice. If you are regularly practicing or being consistent in pursuing a new skill, a new dance, a new song, a new habit, even a new mindset, you will make so much progress and grow in incredible ways that you've never really imagined. You can start slow. Let's take push-ups for example. If you can't do 10 push-ups, literally start with 1 push-up a day. When you can do 1 push-up a day, try doing more in a single day. Again, be consistent. And before you know it, I guarantee you'll be able to do 10 push-ups in no time. I know this can sound silly, but that's the thing. Being consistent with even the smallest things can be incredibly powerful. And honestly, if you're consistent, who's to say you can't do 100? I always try to be honest to myself. It just keeps me straight. It keeps me grounded. I try to be honest with other people too, as much as I can. Carrots might know this, but I often say what I'm thinking in a very direct and blunt way. And sometimes I receive negative feedback from people around me, which is fine. I mean, it makes sense to feel uncomfortable when you interact with someone who's so different from you. I think that people are their own people, and at the same time, they're a reflection of their environment. My surrounding environment and me makes myself. But personally, when I come across someone who has a different opinion on something, I try not to get heated or take it personally. If anything, I actually welcome it because conversations with people who have different thoughts and values than mine are actually interesting and even enlightening. I tend to watch a lot of movies. I don't know, I just liked watching movies ever since I was little. Maybe it's because I feel like movies bring different ideas and worlds directly to me. If I hadn't become a singer, I probably would have become a translator for movie subtitles. I guess you can say it's my ultimate hobby. For the most part, I enjoy watching all genres. When choosing something to watch, I gravitate toward things that either look interesting, seem important, or will help me in some way. By being open to all different kinds of things, you can find what you personally like. My favorite movie of all time is probably The Matrix. It's a movie that gave me a lot to think about. There's a moment in the film where one of the main characters had to choose between two different pills, a blue pill and a red pill. The blue pill represented blissful ignorance, and the red pill represented the ability to know all the truth in the world. Back then, if the moment ever came to me where I had to choose between the two, I think I would have probably chosen the blue pill. Because when I was younger, I thought, does the truth really matter? Like if I liked something, I liked it, and that was that. But after experiencing and going through a lot of different things, I started to have this new thought of, once you know something, are you really able to live ignoring it? So now, I actually don't know which pill I would choose anymore. At the end of the day, that situation will never happen, I think. So it's not like anyone can really predict anything. And even if something like that were to happen, I don't think it makes sense to make assumptions about anything. We should just try our best in this version of reality. I also listen to music as often as I watch movies. People might think of it as me digging for music that others don't know about, but for me, it just makes me happy to find a song that maintains its musicality and transcends trends, which fits the direction and style of the music I'm pursuing. Currently, 17 as a group is doing great, but as an individual, as Vernon, there are actually a lot of things that I feel like I haven't shown the world yet. Up until this point, I've only shown myself as a 17 member, so I do have personal ambitions to do some solo activities in the future. If someone were to ask me for more specific details on what kind of music I want to do, it's hard to pinpoint just one thing because it's not like there's a specific genre I want to try or an artist I want to emulate. I'm just Vernon, and I want to do Vernon's music that showcases the colors that only I can create. That may sound grander than it actually is, but in simpler terms, I just want to make music that I personally can enjoy and have fun with. Music I don't have to explain. Just music that people want to listen to. No matter what anyone says, I'm confident I can show the world that I'm headed in the right direction. Listening to this episode, you might think, this is pretty simple. And I think that's exactly the point. Have your own set of values that you deeply believe in, and live up to them the best that you can. And if you're on the path to finding your values, try and experience as many things as you possibly can. Like discovering your favorite movie genre or style of music. Sounds simple, right? Because it really is. Once you realize what you want, it'll help create firm standards in your life that you can follow consistently in order to become a strong, grounded, and confident person and live a fulfilling life. This is my mindset.